I knocked up in a photo editing app in 5 minutes, and it was just to prove the point.
Right. Oh, okay, yeah.
But there was no malice behind it.
And it just proves a point as well, actually, that messages can be edited. So I've never said messages and things like that were evidence.
That's the thing. You normally always say, I need a screen recording, not a screenshot.
Yeah.
And that was the reason why I just jumped up with that faked message, was just to prove how easy it is. There was no malice behind it, like towards you or anything like that. Again, just for clarity, because I know that there are some stupid people out there on Drama Talk, EQ did not dox any messages because there were no messages. I faked the message.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got the message from Sayana.
Yeah.
Luke, I know I laughed. I thought it was funny. I'm not going to lie. But it was, I think, something that didn't go on too long. It lasted like 10 minutes, for God's sake. Move on, Luke. I thought it was funny, just the content of them.
But that was even why when I did the fake Angie, I made sure to put something more comical, like, Luke's been sending me nudes.
I wasn't sure whether to believe it, and I'm one. I'll never go by messages. I never go by messages, but
because I know what would happen if I'd have put something in there, like something really salacious and nasty involving kids or anything. People would have screenshot it and ran with the fact that it was real.
You know what made me laughing? It wasn't the kids bit. It was the fact that I think they said was it Zach or someone's got a flat full of kids. And then Luke's reply, it wasn't that made me laugh. Luke's reply, well, so-called reply was, let's run with it. That's typical TikTok. Do you know what I mean? Let's just run with it. That's what made me laugh, not the kids bit.
But I'm going now before the Colts start turning on me. Thanks, Ange.
Okay, thank you. It was a guy named Matty that actually put it up, Luke, actually. I'll show you here, one second.
We'll have during the process. We know there will be a panel of experts, doctors, a social worker, legal experts, and a psychiatrist, when a patient with 6 months
I've got it here. Are you okay, Eternity, me showing this message? I just want to make sure she's okay with me putting this up, though. I'm not going to put it up if she doesn't want me to put it up. And I'll show you that me and Eternity had no, because I don't want us getting the blame for this. It wasn't anything to do with us. I just thought it was funny. That's all.
You just said yeah.
Oh yeah. So there you go. Look what Luke was planning for Zach. So we had another, and that was at 4:00. So that's what she got sent. That was a guy named Matty that put that up. So it was nothing to, and I've got another message of Eternity saying, I've just got this message come through. So if you want me to send that, I can send that as well. So we had nothing to do with it. I just thought it was funny that the comment, typical TikTok, let's run with it. How do I get this off? Yeah, but that's it. So I assume then that Ange knew it was fake. Oh, no, I didn't know it was fake. That's the truth. I didn't know it was fake. I really didn't. I put them up because I wanted to compare them. So I wanted to compare the fake one, which what you're saying is a fake one, to Luke's one. I wanted to compare it. But I couldn't see the difference. I'm not going to lie. I could not see the difference in those messages. Why stick up for Luke when he's
This is where it's.
I'm not sticking up for Luke, but obviously I will stand by the truth. And the truth is, I don't know. I can't see the difference, but apparently it is fake. But I can't see it myself. Yeah, we just simply got shared them, that's all. So what's your announcement? Oh, at 5:45. I do have an announcement, but I wasn't. Eternity, I am going to tell people. I just feel like everyone's going to turn on me. You know what? I don't care. You turn on me, turn on me. If you want to unfollow me, you can unfollow me, absolutely. But I'm going to tell you when I feel ready, and that'll be at 5:45. Pregnant? No, I'm not pregnant. That would be probably a goddamn miracle. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Immaculate concept.
I'm feeling a bit anxious. There's nothing to the letter. That was true. That was true. No, it's something that people might turn against me on. And if you do, you have every right to unfollow me. That's fine. Don't do it. I'm gonna tell you. I know. I'm anxious. Nothing to do with Kona. You already know it. You already know. What do you know? No, there's no set up with me and sex. Nothing to do with it. I've got another message coming. Oh God, I've got messages coming. Show these, please. Okay, one sec. Right. Okay, no problem. She wants me to show this. One sec. I don't know what this is here. Can you see that? But I'm just saving. Indeed. But is he saying this about Zek? What's this about? That's not what you want to be shown. Have I shown the wrong thing? I think I have. One sec. Have I showed the wrong thing, guys, here? What does that say? It's definitely the wrong thing, isn't it?
Who's Matty?
Huh?
Do you know him? Who's Matty? Do you know him?
That's who it is.
No.
Who set it all up as Matty. Yeah. I don't know what she wants me to send. I think I sent the wrong thing up, to be honest. Even the cult talk about mend. Who's that? Oh, here's Matty. Oh, hello, Matty. I don't know if this is the actual Matty or someone else.
No, it's not me.
Oh, I thought I had a Matty in the box.
No. I just want to point out, Ange, when you get sent something of that level, be it about Luke, Zach, whatever, surely the person that sent it, that's made it up, has to understand that people will take these things and you always go on about this, you always go on about mental health, yeah? How much that affects people's mental health. And you sat and
my God, it was a joke.
No, if someone done that to you, you would be exactly the same.
But it didn't happen it didn't drag on for a day or 2 days.
It doesn't matter whether he dragged on for a day or at all.
I put them up. Listen, I got shared them. I put them up. That was it.
Yeah, but you have to. Surely you've got to look at it yourself before you even realise. And you obviously eternity come out.
Wait.
Straight away.
Who's this?
Wait, sorry, no, yeah. So
woman.
I've taken them down because they were fake. So an account came in the chat and it was called Sheila's BI something. And I've screenshotted it. I've taken them off my page, but I will put them back on so everyone can see them. Angie never made them, which I was repeatedly saying in the chat. I'll post them now. So the account came in the chat when Angie was live. I clicked on it and was one of the first people to see it. So I'll do that now for you. But yeah, Angie had nothing to do with it,
Listen,
and neither did I.
I never turned around and said that Angie made it. What I'm saying is the fact that when she's done it...
No, but I'm just saying I'm only coming in the box because I don't do boxes. Yeah. But I'm only coming in the box to prove that Angie had nothing to do with it at all.
Okay,
the account came in and commented.
Yeah, and I've not said that I've not said that Angie had anything to do about it. What I'm saying is Angie was laughing about it, and she sits there and goes on about mental health, and she finds that highly hilarious.
No, don't talk to... Listen, while I'm here, I am going to say, don't talk to me about mental health. The way that you lot have all gone for Angie is fucking disgusting. So don't even try and talk. You've been in the comments going for Angie after being in the box with Corey how many times? Slating Angie.
I haven't slated it. I've pointed out facts. I've not slated.
Yes, you fucking have. You've been in the chat going at Angie for the last 3 days. For the last 3 days.
I turned around and said she hasn't changed for 5 days.
3 days you've been going at Angie in the comments after being in the box
Have
with
I-
that
have I
Ron and
said
fucking
anything that's-
Corey.
have
So
I said
don't
anything that's
even
not
try it.
factual? Have I said anything that's not factual?
What, calling her all the
Anything
names
that's
under the
not
sun and saying
factual.
that she's a liar and that? Saying that she's a liar. You're all fucking disgusting bullies.
Show the proof where I said she was a liar.
You've been in the chat. Admit
I
it.
said in the
You're
chat.
a man, aren't you?
Facts.
You're a man.
I said
Admit
in
what
the
you've been
chat,
saying in the
facts.
chat.
I said in the chat.
Facts. What? That she's a liar.
I never said she was a liar. I haven't said she was a liar.
So how do you know how often Angie gets clean?
Sorry, hang on 2 seconds. My
Showered
point
and
is that she
changed.
sits
How
there
do
about
you
mental
know?
health and was laughing about somebody else.
She has got mental health. What?
Yeah,
Do you so
and so-
because
and
she's
so
got mental
have
health
I.
and said something?
But she
All
did
right then. So
exactly
what
the
about
same that she
everything that
moans
everyone
about.
does to her then? What about everything that
so
everyone
she's
does
being-
to her
so she's
when
being
she's the one that's
hypocritical.
got bad mental health?
she's
You
being
lot have gone at
hypocritical.
her and chipped this woman down
So then
for
she's being
years now.
So then what she's doing is being
Years.
hypocritical.
How is she being hypocritical?
Because she sat there laughing about something
Oh
that
my
wasn't
god!
even
It was
real.
just I was just joking at that comment that was made.
She
That
was
meant
having
to
a
be
laugh
by
with
That
Luke.
was it.
And it wasn't a laugh, was it?
Yes, but I put them up.
Oh,
I
but
thought
it's
they were
funny
real.
saying that this woman. It's funny saying that this woman's in PLM and you fucking
I've
dragged
not
her
said
for
she's
how
in-
long?
have I
You've
said she's
dragged
in
her and
PLM?
dragged her. The
Have
lot
I
of you
said
have,
she's
and
in
no
PLM?
one's done
Have
nothing.
I said she's
No
in
one
PLM?
said
No, I haven't.
nothing.
No, I haven't. I haven't.
Yeah,
said
you
she's
all
in
have.
PLM.
You sat with
No,
Corey. You
I
all
haven't
thought it
said
was
she's
funny.
In PLM. No, I haven't said she was in PLM. I said she was in the server, which Ange.
And I'm not in the server.
Yeah,
you
she
was.
wasn't in the
No, I wasn't
server.
in the
So you're
server.
running
You
without
joined- you
facts,
joined that
like
server
you're
so you
accusing
would stop
Angie
the
of
No, I
doing.
didn't simply.
There's a
I
video of
explained
you
that video.
saying
If you would asked me, you would got your facts
There's
correct.
a
I
video-
joined it
there's
to
a
stop the
video of
trolling.
you
I didn't
saying-
join
She
the
has
server, though. I
constantly
still joined
said.
it.
Yeah. Anyway,
Sorry, Angie.
I haven't said anything.
No, not
other than
anyway.
what
No, not
she
anyway.
said.
No, not anyway. No, not
Yeah,
anyway.
one thing.
Not anyway. You've constantly gone for this woman earlier when
No, I
she's
haven't.
tried to prove herself. Yeah,
No,
you
I
all
haven't.
have. You
I
all
haven't.
have.
No,
You
I
all
haven't.
have.
No,
You
I
all
haven't. I
have.
stated facts. I stated a
Oh,
fact.
what facts
You
did
all
you
have.
say? Simply, what facts did you say?
I turned around and said to you the other day, I said in your chat, when you turned around and said you made a comment, and I said to you, I said in the comments, I said that explains why you haven't changed your clothes for 5 days.
Yeah, but simply, that could be mental health. Someone that doesn't wash.
Yeah, I
it.
agree with you.
That's bullying.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not. What I'm saying.
health.
By the way, I
Yes,
didn't
sir.
shower.
Comment you
But that
said,
is
but it
not
was a
mental
laugh,
health because
wasn't
some
it?
people don't shower. By the way,
You do
simply
it.
that's an.
Yeah.
I sometimes
But
get
I
a bit
love it.
lazy.
I
I'm not
love
gonna
it.
lie, but
But you
that
sat
is
there and you
mental
laughed
health
and
right
you were
there.
hypocritical.
But you're mocking mental health, saying I don't wash.
No, I have mental health. I have Tourette syndrome and a thing called functional neurology.
But the thing is, you're saying but simply, you saying I don't wash is mental health.
No, I turned around and said a comment. You had the same top on for 5 days.
But, okay, so why would you
Okay,
comment it?
but
Why would you comment
Why
it?
would I comment? Why would you comment?
Why would you comment that
did
I've
you-
got my
why
five-
did you do the
my
same
top-
thing?
Why
would
would you
do
comment
something
that I've
need
got
to
my
go-
top
go
on
and
the
get an
last 5
ROPE?
days?
Why would anybody do it?
I'm asking you a question simply. Why would you, make a comment say I'm in the same top for 5 days?
Because you were.
Yeah, but why would you make a comment?
Why would I not make a comment about
Well,
it?
why? Because you're saying that I
Because
don't
I could
change,
tell,
right?
as an observation, I turned around and said you were wearing the same top for 5 days.
Yeah, but so you're basically saying
Yeah, that's an
I don't change my
observation.
clothes.
That's an observation.
But Angie, that could be
It
mental
also be
health
mental
as well.
health. Is he alright?
Yeah, but everything could be mental health.
So what
Yeah,
you're mocking
well,
Angie's
then
mental
that's
health.
the thing. You're mocking
What
it,
she
that's
done with Luke is mental
You're
health.
mocking it.
And that's not mocking.
Yeah. Okay. Here's another.
How is that mocking?
Here's another
And
observation.
how is that mocking?
Here's another observation. You're
And
ugly.
how is that mocking?
Okay, you're ugly. There's another fact.
Yeah, I'm not British to inbox. I'll give monkeys.
There's another fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sit in your
Like
bed all day.
Frog,
And-
there's another fact.
You know what I mean? It doesn't bother
Careful,
me.
you
Don't
might
do it.
you might affect his mental health if you call him ugly, mind. Be
Doesn't
careful.
bother me. It does not bother me. That's an opinion.
Yeah. Okay, you are bullied. There's another fact.
I'm not bullying you.
Yeah, that's another fact.
Did you not just call me ugly? Is
Why
that not
are
bullying?
you sitting
Is
there
that not
saying?
bullying? Is that not
What?
bullying?
You know what? Let me finish. Why
Go
would
on.
you even make a comment to say I'm a minute? It's to say or you're joining in with the trolls. Oh, she doesn't want to
I'm not
change the
joining
top.
in with the trolls.
Guess what?
I'm
I'm
not
not
joining
finished.
in with
Simply,
the
you're not
trolls.
listening.
I'm an
You're not
independent.
listening, love. You're not listening. Yeah, you saying that, oh, look, she's in the same top the last 5 days. That could be mental health as to why I don't want to shower or change, right? Not saying it is, but it could be. And you're sitting there joining in with the trolls saying, look, she hasn't even changed her top for 5 days. You know, there are people that don't shower for weeks because of their mental health. I'm not saying that's
Yeah,
me.
got no doubt on that.
However,
There's
they
also
don't.
people out there that don't shower because they have a physical disability. Agree with it.
Yeah, but you're sitting there thinking it's okay to say to join in with a comment saying, "Oh, look, she doesn't change her top
that was
for
an
5
observation.
days."
No, no, nothing.
Yes, and then you said I'm in the server.
You are
I'm not in the
hypocritical and you
server.
do exactly the same
Simply,
to everything else. You do
I'm not in the
exactly the same.
server.
You are an absolute hypocrite.
You've also said I'm in the server, and I'm not.
No. You said you're in
The
the server. There's a
differences.
video
Let
out
me
there.
tell the differences. Yeah, I was having a laugh with Luke. I thought it was funny. One of the comments that he is. I have not finished talking.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was quite funny with one of the comments he'd made. Yeah, didn't go on for days, didn't go on for weeks, didn't do any of that. Went on for 5-10 minutes. The difference, what you do is you drag me over this app for weeks. Yeah, I can have a laugh and laugh about a comment. I never made it. I never done any of that.
Okay, are you finished now?
Yes.
Okay, Bridget. Right, first of all, right, I haven't gone for you. I don't do an FYP. I don't do anything like that. I go around like everybody else in your live, okay? Right? They make comments on people. Correct? Okay, so your cult has comments and they go into other people's life and they make comments about people, correct? You support them doing that and saying things to them, yes? Okay, same as that EQ has people that follow and go into other people's lives and they say and support and back her and say things to other people, correct?
I don't care. I'm not even listening. Get on with it.
Right, okay. So you're sitting there, right, spouting everything off, saying you were having a laugh. I don't think Luke found that funny.
I wasn't laughing at what they did. I laughed at the comment. And guess what? I didn't drag all over the app for weeks like you do with me.
I haven't dragged you over any app.
So stop being a hypocrite.
I haven't dragged you over any.
Proof
where I've dragged you over the app.
Simply, you just sat there
Where
for
I
3 minutes.
have dragged you over this app.
Simply, you're not listening, love. You're not listening.
You're not listening. I'm telling you,
Must be
you're
mental
associating
health,
the fact
right?
that Corey done it.
Let me just mute you because you're not listening. Right, you just sat there and said I'm in the server. I've never been in that server. But you sat there lying on my name. I've not been in there, so there you go.
Is that what he said, Angie? That you're in a server?
He said it 2 minutes ago.
Wow. Well,
Mate,
simply,
are you a judge? Are you a judge? Are you a jury? Are you any of this? No.
Hang on. There is a video of you saying of why.
I'm going to mute you again. I've explained this video 1,000 times. If you DM'd me and just asked me, I probably would have explained it to you. This video, because this is where you don't get your facts. This is why you're not a judge or a police officer and you're definitely not a jury, right? I'm a court. So you got it completely wrong. I put out that video, which I've explained 1,000 times, because I was being trolled by a group. That group said, if you open your ears and don't and stop looking at your through your blinkers and look at the whole picture, the video, he said to me, "I'll offer you pardon," which basically means if you join our server, we will stop doing what we're doing to you. So if you listen to the beginning of the video and actually question that and said, guys, wait a minute, I want to ask you a question. Why does he say here that you've got to join my server and we'll offer you pardon? Basically, we'll stop doing what you're doing. Okay, there's something not right here. I lied and said I was in there to stop the trolling. I've explained that video 1,000 times. There you go. You got it wrong. You got it wrong. Don't ever go for jury service simply because you need to take these little blinkers off and look at the whole picture as to why he would ask me that question. But you never really questioned it. That's where you'll never ever probably be called for jury service. God help us. Hope you never do.
Okay. So that's the same thing as you posting up those fake images, then, yeah?
It's not. It's not. Because I put it up to compare them both. The real profile and the
you
fake
put them
one.
up to compare themselves?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, but it lasted 10 minutes.
But
But you've gone on for weeks to say I'm in a server, which I'm not in a server. So you actually convicted me as guilty. You wait a minute, love. You have convicted me, right? And saying that I'm guilty because you think you're a jury service. You think you're a judge.
let us finish, man.
Innocent.
You think you're a judge and you got it wrong. So
I'm not judging you. I'm not judged you.
You
Just said you was in a server.
No, I said in her video. If I hadn't been muted, then they would have continued it. But if you want to mute, then that's fine. Look,
Angie, you've just explained this all to Canadian Angie like 10, 15 minutes ago. Like everybody heard it, so I don't know why he's talking shit for.
Yeah, that's it. You sit there, pipe up as well, love.
Oh yeah, well, but like you're going on about mental health.
Are you simply now? What happened to Luke? Went for about 10 minutes. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I laughed at the comment that was made. That was it. Yeah. What you have been doing is dragging me around for weeks.
That is not. I have not dragged you. That is not me. You're making an association and assumption.
Ange,
You just said I'm in the server. Never been in it.
Ange.
Can I just say, hi, it's Ruth. Can I just, do you know what? I'm getting a little bit sick of this fucking bullshit.
Ruth, I'm very fucking sorry, but I was in the middle of speaking. Do you mind until I finish my sentence? Thank you very much, and then you can say whatever you want to say.
I'm sorry,
Angie,
darling.
your timekeeping is absolutely fucking awful. I've been here for 11 minutes waiting for this announcement. Can you hurry up and tell us what it is?
Oh yeah, I will do. After this, I will absolutely.
Okay, thank you, Ruth.
Sorry,
off
MT,
you go.
I do apologise.
Not a problem.
Sorry.
Have a nice day, everyone. Ta-ra.
Sorry, MT.
Ta-da, Chuck. Ta-da.
Hey Ruth.
So I'm just going to take the floor for a few minutes, okay? I was never PLM, okay? However, I was friends with somebody that was in the PLM server, Kendra, and I'm getting a bit sick of these people spouting their fucking bullshit. Angie was never in the server. And I'm going to repeat that again. Angie was never in that server ever. Okay?
And can I just also say, even if people were, and I'm sick of hearing about this PLM shit, I really am. Even if you were in the server, that does not mean you were doxing shit. Yeah? Some people join servers not knowing what it's about. Yeah? Not knowing what it's about. If they was to see shit, oh, not for me, they would leave. Just because you were in the server, and I never was, by the way. If you were, does not mean you're part of the shit that's going on. I might join a server and not know what it's about. Does that mean I'm part of it? No.
Say it louder.
They were a troll group, not a pedlo group. I repeat.
They were a troll group. They are nothing but a troll group. Okay?
A horrendous troll group at that.
Yeah.
Not a ped. They ran with it. Someone made a joke and said it because it's PLM. They went with, oh, pedlos lives matter. Purple Aki ran with it.
If you ask Aki yourself, he will say to you, it's people's lives matter. And Aki will tell you that himself.
It was started off as a joke, and you're sitting there thinking it's a pedlos group. It's never been that. However, they are probably something.
I would agree with you on that, Ange. It was never as what you said it is. I agree with that.
For the people in the comments calling me a wrong un, I could not give a fucking rat's ass what you think of me. I'm not in boxes much anymore. Couldn't care less. I am trying to tell people that Angie was never in that server, ever, ever, ever. And all I keep hearing is, Angie was in the server. Angie, I know she wasn't in the server because I was friends with people that were in PLM.
Right, let's face it, Angie can barely even log on to her own fucking Discord that she's just created within the last 8 months. Like, do you know what I mean? For fuck's
Love you, Angie.
sakes.
You couldn't even tap a story earlier. You were trying to tap Zach's story earlier and you couldn't.
You know, it winds me up when Angie tries to check a story on TikTok and she just doesn't know how to figure the fucking thing out. It just pisses me off.
Anyway, I'm going to drop, guys. Big love, but please stop spouting your fucking bullshit when you know nothing. Yeah, you know nothing, you idiots.
Angie Ziana said that you've just had the same colour top on. You had a cotton one or something on the other day. It's just been the same colour. So simply Fraser, get your facts right. She has changed her top. Do you want to know how often she changes her underwear or a bra?
No, I'll leave that for you. You can keep that.
Anyway, big love, guys. I'm dropping.
Right.
Thank you, Ruth.
I mean, we're talking about waxing and
it's a
bikini
visual
waxing
thing.
the other day.
You know what I mean? I don't need those sort of nightmares.
But why do you even have to take note of how often somebody on a TikTok wears the top?
Because they're on a social media app and they're visual for everyone to see.
But the thing is, you're going on about mental health.
You're in the public domain. People see it. They make comments.
But you don't cry about mental health when you affect other people's mental health.
Anything can affect anybody's mental health, correct?
Well, obviously, so don't cry about it when you affect other people.
Yeah, I just don't know why you'd mention, she's got the same top on her.
I know.
Well,
I mean, who even takes any notice?
She took offence to it, so you blocked me. So anyway, you can block me on this one. I've got no issue.
Oh, he's the agency manager, is he?
In that general.
What?
Oh, right.
Agency manager, apparently.
Have a beautiful, beautiful night.
You little bugger.
Oh, that's big words for a big woman. Well
You
done.
little bugger.
Well done.
You
Have
little
a beautiful day. Stay
You little
blessed.
bugger. You little bugger. Right, Ange, are you sure about doing this announcement? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll do it in a minute. I'm just getting the courage.
Angie, I really think you should take some legal advice before you do this.
Announcement, yeah, guys. I'm just getting the courage.
Angie, do you not want to have a call offline before you do this? Do you not want to have a call off TikTok for 2 minutes before you do this? Are you sure?
No, yeah.
Hi, Angie.
Hiya, Penny.
I just want to say you're so lovely.
Oh, thank you, Penny. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I watch you every day.
Oh, thank you, Penny. I appreciate
I
it.
just want to say, like, you don't wear that top every day.
Oh, yeah, I do change. I do tend to change.
Yeah, I know you do. I do watch you every day.
Yeah.
Can you take Miss Fred's spot, please?
Oh, she's on holiday now, isn't she?
I hope so.
Oh, you don't like her?
Not really.
Well, I don't like her either.
I just like watching you. I'm like, yes, Angie's on.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
No
Are we still talking about PLM? Can I just say something to Ruth that was in?
Yeah?
Ruth, if you try to tell me that Purple Aki and PLM Kazi and Head Honcho and all the other PDF files don't edit pictures of Wayne's and actually target people with deceased family members and horrifically hound predator groups and stuff like that, you were definitely you're full of shit. Sorry, you're talking nonsense then. And Angie, entertaining Aki in any way, shape, or form is just fucking suicidal, because no matter what he tells you, he'll be taking information for you and telling somebody else it, and then he'll turn you all against each other. And when you'll use it all in that, they jump in the boxes, get all your information, make up lies about yous. And I've been gone for them for the last 2.5 years. Chased them for Scotland. Chased them for Scotland. With the help of some others, no everybody, but they turned the whole of Scotland against me. Like Sin City, I call it. And they had a lot of enablers in Scotland. But thankfully we got rid of them. And the enablers is what's getting dealt with. To this day, we're doing lives still about who was helping them, who was editing pictures for them, so on. We've got our own one, King Scottish, he goes by. He was a PLM member, and he was with Kazi, Aki, Johnny McMullen, all that people, all the ones. Or I'll say to anybody, I said it to Corey as well, do not entertain them. Don't even give them the platform. They come in your lives, block them. If you've got pictures of your kids in your accounts, take them away, change them to new, because they will come and take them. And they do horrific things with them. They really do. We've got many victims in Scotland at the hands of that PLM. But
just before you go, Jory, I've got a quick question, because I can confirm that I found the video on YouTube and I've been trying to find someone who knows possibly the fella involved. He was called Easy Bake or Easy something, and he was on here during the PLM times. There's a video on YouTube, and he's obviously in this PLM server. He's in the box with someone, and he turns around and said he only joined it because he was against him and he was trying to get him shut down, and he joined it sort of get inside scoops. And then the person who's talking to him says, can you confirm that you got sent CP in that Discord? And he turned around and went, yeah, I can confirm that there was CP sent in the Discord. And he said, well, did you ask for it, or was it just automatically sent? And he said, well, if you want to buy rugs off someone, then you have to ask for something, don't you, to receive it? He said, so yeah, I asked, but I didn't want to receive it. I just needed the proof. So you're 100% right there. That definitely went down.
I know this. I've not seen CP, but I've seen...
No, Easy Bake he's called. He's called
okay.
Easy something. It's on YouTube. I'll send you the link in message.
Yeah, have you tagged me in videos at the end of them? Because...
Yeah, I will do.
The person that's going to boost the Napoleon account that's saying he's Aki, fair dues, that might be Aki a year later, 2 years later, but it doesn't sound like the original Aki to me. And I had many run-ins with that guy. And other members, Lottie, like I said, Kazi, Head Honcho, There's loads of them. I was doing lives, putting up their real addresses, doxing them, I really was, putting up their workplaces, putting up phone numbers, everything. I'd done everything to chase them away, and I became a target for them. But
Jury,
yeah,
will you say Ruth again?
say it again.
Will you say Ruth again?
I don't know what you're saying.
Say Ruth, the name Ruth. It sounds mad the way you say Ruth.
Who's that is talking?
Lynn's?
Just 2 seconds. Just check you. My bad. Da, 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 da.
What are you screenshotting us for? Because I asked you to say Ruth.
Because I'm talking about PLM and you think you're going to come in and come out with a deflection type comment like that. Why would you?
How are you looking a bit deep into this, man? I was just getting a bit
Yes,
bored with the conversation
especially,
about
look,
CP.
here's the thing though, right?
Jesus Christ, he's
We're used to it
screenshotting
in
us,
Scotland, right? We're used to it in Scotland. It's people like you that act as if and laugh.
I'm not in Scotland.
I know you're in
paranoid,
England and that's where
Jury.
PLM come from.
They're
English people.
paranoid,
They're
Ruth.
English people, man. I'm being paranoid.
Jesus Christ, I
There's
only
a
asked you to say
fadaki in your
fucking Ruth.
boxes.
Calm down.
You're fadaki in your boxes.
It's not being in my box.
But you're sitting in with somebody to know who's been talking to him.
So what, you in the fucking box for then?
Because I meant to tell Angie, don't be sitting talking to him.
I know, but she knows that. I was just getting
so
a
why
bit
does she
bored.
still date then? I
You're
told
talking
Cody
about
the same.
CP.
I told Cody the same. Don't date.
I don't talk to any of them. But they're not
Angie-
saying that. I don't know who's in it, who's not. Do you know what I mean? I don't know who these people are. I know Purple Wacky and a couple of others. That's
But
it.
see, Angie, see about two years ago, when I first got introduced to these mugs, your name was mentioned. I had to come in this live and tell you that Lottie, Otis, and the other one were PLM. Kick them out your box at the time. Yeah,
Are you talking about years ago? Are you talking about recently?
about 2 years ago.
Oh, 2 years ago.
They were on
I
your
don't know who
lives.
these people are. That's a problem.
Wait, I get that part at the start, but I do believe in England people thought it was a troll group, but when they came to Scotland, they were a fully fledged pedalo group that was looking for images of kids and your deceased family members, and then they make.
Yeah, I suppose when you're doxing that kind of shit, you can't say you troll.
It's not even so much doxing; it's what they've done with it. They put it onto corn images and everything. They took people that were standing up against them and made horrific edits and harassed predator teams and everything. With this person, you had them in your box. I was in the box with Ryan and Corey just a week ago or so, and you came in and they were accusing you of the PLM stuff, right?
Wow.
I said to you about Alex Westgarth, and you were like, aye, no, and I wouldn't talk to him. That later that day, Andrew, you had him in your box.
Yeah, but he cleared my name because I tell you why is because. Wait, oh yeah, he cleared my name because he's in there.
I know he's in there. I know he's in there. Alex Westgarth.
The thing is, one sec. First of all, Purple Wacky has been in other people's boxes, right? I never brought them back. Other people brought them back, not me. Yeah, I never did any of that. Now, because people were saying I'm part of this PLM because they set me up, right? I don't care who I put in this box. If they're going to clear my name, because people know where I live, that's quite a dangerous accusation. If I'm going to clear my name, I'll bloody put the Jack the Ripper in. You know what I mean? If they're going to clear my name. So he's in that group. So there's no one.
He is in that group. He's what they use. He's the one that they use when they say that they hunt pedalos. They actually hunt for pedalos, and the name Alex Westgarth, Child Force, whatever he goes by now. But
Yeah.
no.
The thing is, you've got to remember, we didn't bring them back. We didn't have them in boxes. Other people did. We didn't bring them back. We didn't have them in boxes. That we didn't use a situation like to get at me to try and bring me down by bringing them back and put them in boxes. They did that.
But you must know that what's coming. If PLM are really...
He came to my door, didn't he?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know if it was him himself, but also about a week ago, guys, he knocked on my door and left me a gift and then sent me a letter.
I don't know anything about that, but all I would say is just tread carefully when it comes to that mob. 100%.
Well, they told me, didn't they, 2 years ago? So, people use them to get at me, to try and bring me down by making out that I was in that group, and I never was. So I'd put Jack the Ripper in my box if he was going to say I was never in that group, because I'm not going to be associated with being in that dirty group. Do you know what I mean? So when you say don't put, I put, what's his name?
But it's like Alex Westgarth. If you put him in your box, though, and he says you weren't a part of it, why would you listen to the devil when he's telling you anything? You would be like,
no,
he's in that PLM.
Angie, it was Scottish Johnny that had said that you weren't in it as well, because he said he made a fake account of you.
Yeah, he doxed my photo in there, yeah. Yeah, he doxed it.
It was fucking one he is.
Well, Johnny McMillan, if like people up in Scotland right now are still dealing with it. We're doing, there's lives happening every day now about people who are involved in it and they're getting dragged out for, which is sitting with pedalos while we've got recordings and everything, Papuaki and that saying what they're going to do to a pedalo hunter just because she's a hunter, and that's it. And they've got Scottish people joining in with them, so the Scottish people are now going to answer for what they've done.
That's fucking whiny, yes.
Yeah, but like I said, you got to remember, we never put any of them back or put them in our box. I put that person in my box to clear my name, and that was it. And like I said, I put Jack the Ripper in there. I'm not bringing a.
I'm just letting you know, man, that there's no point dealing with any of them. They'll just use you. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, but it was just because people were believing the shit that people were saying about me, and I don't, like I said, I put Jack the Ripper in there if I could, because they were I'm not going to be associated with that. You got to remember, I've got bloody my family and all that. You know what I mean? And they're looking at like, what the hell?
Yeah, but you should. I've seen the recording of you saying that you're in the server, though.
No. That video, that's because I was explaining this many times. I don't know. People seem to have blinkers on. He said, if you listen to the beginning, I will offer you pardon if you join the server. I made up a lie to stop him trolling me, and they screen recorded it. They like to set you up.
Yeah,
exactly what happened. I can't even use the Discord I'm in. Do you know what I mean? I don't even know what to do, let alone being in that kind of Discord. Do you know what I mean? I didn't have Discord at the time. They doxed my photo in there. But I would say anything, because I was having the police at my house, the ambulance, every 5 minutes. The police couldn't do anything about it, because I didn't know who they were.
Just don't, well, if that's genuinely it, and there's no receipts that can be brought out saying that you interacted with them in any way where information was passed, all that stuff, then you've nothing to worry about, man. Just don't let them in your box.
No, I don't care about that, but I'm not going to be associated with them. Do you know what I mean? Where people are saying that I'm in there and I'm not.
What's the woman?
PLM's just fucking dead and gone anyways, so
aye, Lynn's, is it
boring.
Lynn's? Aye.
Disgusting.
What you'd say something like that, Lynn's. I'll catch you later, right?
Okay.
Ta-ra, Jerry. Ta-ra, Chuck.
Oh my
fucking
goodness.
hell. He was paranoid. I only asked him to see a fucking Ruth and he screenshot me profile and everything, Ange.
What the hell?
Jesus Christ. I only wanted to lighten the mood. Fucking hell. Angie, I'm sick of it. About PLM, me, like, it's
What
so
the announcement, guys? I've got to build up the courage.
Oh, for fuck's sake, right.
Just get it over and done with, Angie. Come on. You'll be all right.
Hello.
You'll be all right.
Hello.
Hello.
I'd just like to say, nobody understands when you're feeling depressed. You don't want to change. People forgot to give you the benefit of doubt. You're not feeling well. You don't want. I've done it myself, so I know what I'm talking about. One thing I say, you could have 4 shirts the same colour. How do they know? So take no notice of them, Angie, please.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you. I do. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. And
God
I'm
bless.
Oh,
I've done this. I've done the same. I've done the same. So don't worry, darling. Don't.
Yeah.
Right.
Hi, MT.
Do you know, if you let another fucking person in this box to have a conversation about anything that isn't this fucking announcement, Angie? Remember when we fell out a while ago and I held a live on you for 2 days? I'm gonna literally gonna do 4 weeks. I have been here now since 1:45, right? Literally half an hour waiting for you to say whatever your announcement is. And I already think it's shit anyway, and you're just going to say there isn't one. So, when you do say that, now it's game over for you. All right, you think you've been trolled bad before? Watch what I do to you now. Also, as well, could you not let me in when the tea was in here, please?
When who?
I was trying to come in. I want to have a conversation with her.
Who?
The tea.
The tea.
Oh, the
lady who's
She'll be in the
to
comments.
fuel of vendettas.
Oh,
what?
Okay, honestly, I'm mad. And Lindsay, I need an exclusive interview with you because I need to know what your ma did to you, what that recording's all about. So drop me a
fucking
DM.
tied her up and put her in the
do
basement.
you want to discuss it,
years
Lindsay, or
ago.
are you just going to just let it?
No, let it go. Like, let people run with whatever they want to run with. And it was an argument of 2 years ago because I didn't want to go back home where me fucking brother was, who was addicted at the time of drinking drugs. So that's what the argument was. And my son didn't want to go to the hotel.
But there's just 2 things that I need to know, Linz. Okay, right? There's a little bit of conflicting information because you say I don't want to go back to the shithole or something like that. And the lady you're speaking to says it's not a shithole. So can we have clarity? Was it a shithole or not a shithole?
Well, it was a bit messy, like.
Okay. And then the second thing as well that I need to know is, I can hear in the background a distinct voice of someone that sounds like they are SCREAMING. Can you clarify, is that the case? And can you confirm who that person was?
What? Spell it again?
SCRE. Yes. Yes.
Who was
What did you
screaming?
say?
Yes. Who was screaming, Linz?
It was screaming.
Yeah.
Well, it was the one that didn't want to go to the hotel because the person who was recording it was the said addict, an alcoholic,
Okay.
and I didn't want to go back home. This was off 2 years ago, and because he was at the home and I didn't want to take my said child home, there was an argument while I was in the car because I was going to go to the hotel, but he wanted to go on a holiday, but I didn't want to go on a holiday because I wanted to go to the hotel because I
Okay.
didn't want to go back home.
And how did it make you feel at the time?
I was quite stressed. It was a
Right.
bit stressful, yeah.
And do you think that the environment was the factor that didn't help in this situation?
Yeah, because then they said alcoholic and addict had actually left because he didn't have nowhere to go at the time, but I didn't want my son around an alcoholic and addict at the time.
Okay, right. Well, I agree with most of your points. The only thing I don't agree with was the shouting in front of the child, because
Yeah,
that was
I know
very,
that
very
was
terrible.
bad.
Very
And
naughty,
I'm
very
ashamed of that,
naughty.
yeah.
You should be ashamed of
Yeah.
yourself. I agree.
Yeah, but you know what
apart
though,
from
MG, who
that,
hasn't shouted in front of their son? Do you know what I mean?
Angela, stop deflecting from the situation. We want the announcement. I've just realised I'm interviewing and stopping the announcement. Watch an announcement, please.
Okay, should I do my announcement then, Linz?
Yeah, thank you.
You sure, Ange?
Yeah, I'm going to do it. So anyway, guys, this is difficult, and if you want to follow me, block me. You can do any of that, guys. I expect you to do that after what I'm going to say. I have been thinking about it for days.
Yeah, thank you.
You sure, Ange?